Well, good evening, basketball fans from the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Montana Western. It's Montana Western women's basketball. The Bulldogs hosting Southeastern University of Florida. I'm Wally Felt along with Mike Miller and our producer-director, Brett Wiebe. And Mr. Miller, I'm going to turn things over to you for tonight's starting lineup.
All right, starting for Southeastern University and head coach Joshua Epperson. This is his first year for the Fire. Number 4, Maya Herman is a 5'7" guard out of Canandaigua, New York.
Close.
Number 0, Kaitlin Krebs is a 5'9" junior from Warsaw, Indiana. Number 2, Anaya Coleman is a 5'6" junior guard from Pittsford, New York. And number 13, Jody Mullins is a 5'7" guard out of Atlanta, Georgia. And the final starter is Grace Field, number 5, a 5'10" junior from Albany, New York. For the Montana Western Bulldogs and Britt Cooper in her second year, number 3, Kyla Momberg is a 5'8" junior guard from Box Elder. Number 5, Maddie Moy is a 5'9" sophomore from Kalispell, Montana. Number 12, Trinity Nichols is a 5'5" junior guard from Post Falls, Idaho. Number 21, Nellie Momberg is a 5'9" senior from Box Elder, Montana. And in the post, number 24, Kinsey Peterson, a 5'11" junior from Palouse, Washington.
And our officials for this evening's game, Ike Jesse, Caitlin Hansen, and Emily Glue. So we're set. We know everybody. We know all the names have been taken.
I'm Mike Miller.
I already introduced you. That's as far as you get.
Unique lineup for that jump.
So Bulldogs control the opening tip wearing their home whites tonight. Last night they wore the road blacks. Southeastern in their road reds tonight. Same school colors for both schools. And nice play underneath to Kenzie Peterson with the basket. And did you catch who was the assistant?
Maddie Moy.
Maddie Moy, the sophomore from Kalispell. She's a Flathead product. 2-0, just underway. This is the Bulldogs' second home game of the year and their third game of the season. Shot is up and shot is no good. Rebound controlled by Peterson of the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs are running quickly down court as Nichols passes off to Momberg, and Nellie Momberg with the 3. And the Bulldogs in front, 5-0. Nice move to the basket, and that was Mullins with the basket. She's a transfer in from the University of Indianapolis. Her hometown is Atlanta, Georgia, and she went to high school at South Cobb High School. Three-shot open on the wing, no good by the Bulldogs. Rebound controlled by Coleman. And shot is up, and this one no good. Both teams trying to shoot from the outside. Oh, and another nice pass from Moy into Peterson.
Moy, of course, played guard, and she can handle that ball.
7-2 Bulldogs, just underway. And Kyla Momberg almost had the steal. Put it back in, and it went off a Bulldogs' ankle. 7-4 now. Bulldogs lead. Kyla Momberg, she'll take a move towards the basket, goes up for the shot, and is fouled. Foul is on Krebs. Krebs is another transfer from the University of Indianapolis. I wonder if there was a coaching change somewhere.
Oh, that may be. She's from Warsaw, Indiana, which was actually named after the capital of Poland.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maddie Moy's shot in a little 5-footer. Doesn't fall. Rebound to the Fire and all the way down. Nice fast break by the Fire. That was Field with the basket, and what was a 5-point lead has been trimmed to 1. 7-6 Bulldogs. Bulldogs getting the shots, and
yeah, that foul's on Gracie Field.
Fouls on number 5, Grace Field, her first.
And she's asking official Ike Jesse, who I just found out was a Western student here for a couple years.
Must have been before me.
Moy on the wing, out to Nichols, back to Nellie Momberg, has the ball tipped right out of her hands by Coleman, and here comes the Storm, or the Fire, all the way down, and the Fire grabs the lead. And that was, and there's another one. Bulldogs just not taking care of the ball, and the Fire taking advantage of that one. Well, and then you just give it to Kyla.
Nellie Momberg got popped in the face, and I believe she has a nosebleed.
9-8. Well, they'll be stopping it pretty soon if she's got a nosebleed.
When she went down here on the court, I think she got popped right across the face.
9-8 Bulldogs.
A little push from Maddie Moy.
And that's Moy's first, Bulldogs first. Peyton Hagee just stepped into the lineup. And I just met her dad, Dale.
Checking in for the first time for the Bulldogs, number 11, Peyton Hagee.
And Dale told me that he was his daughter's high school coach. 5:56 left to play, first quarter. Bulldogs lead by 1, 9-8. Shot up by the Fire is no good. And Bulldogs control. Hagee quickly down across the timeline, setting things up to Kyla Momberg. Kyla Momberg, great pass to Moy, and Moy missed the shot but got her own rebound. And ball is...
She just didn't get quite far enough away from the basket for that.
Was there a foul, or did they just kick it off?
Kick the ball.
So Hagee will put the ball in play with 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Hagee has the ball taken right out of her hands. And Hagee, I'm thinking that's the frustration foul. And that will be the second team foul on the Bulldogs and the first on Hagee. 9-8 our score. Bulldogs lead by 1. 5:34 left in the first quarter. Right through the hands of Field and out of bounds. Right idea, just a fastball instead of a control shot.
This team is not going to turn the ball over 30 times.
No, like Dickens did last night. Yeah. 9-8, Bulldogs lead with the ball. Hagee setting things up. Oh, and taken right out of her hands, and it's a jump ball, possession arrow to the Fire. Good defense.
Rosa Soribas. She is from Madrid, Spain.
She came a long way. I'd like to make that recruiting trip.
Yeah, there are two players from Spain.
Well, I guess Florida's closer to Spain than Montana is. Good defense by the Bulldogs, but the putback scores for the Fire, and they're back in front by 1. 10-9. Moy has it off to Hagee. Hagee to Momberg Nellie. Hagee puts up the 3 and hard off the glass. Rebound controlled by Mullins of the Fire. They're quickly down court setting things up. Mullins puts up a shot and hits the 3. and Britt Cooper wants the timeout. 13-9 is the score, the Fire over the Bulldogs, and we will be back with more basketball on the Bulldogs.
Is still
in the lineup, but Cooper calling a timeout to maybe settle her team down just a little bit.
Kiki Davis is also in, and so is Ariana Smuda.
Kyla Momberg will put things in play to Peyton Hagee. Oh, and Hagee loses it again, but Isabella Lund collects it, and ball is on the boundary, and it looks like it was touched by a Fire player. And Hagee will put the ball in play and into Kyla Momberg. Off to Lund. Lund to Davis. Davis inside to Peterson. Back off to Hagee. Thinks about shooting. Now he brings it out. 1 second on the shot clock. Lund puts up the three and hits it. Isabella Lund with the three for the Bulldogs, and it's a 13-12 Fire lead. Hagee with the foul, and that will be her second personal.
Yeah.
And that will be the third team foul. And back into the lineup for the Bulldogs is Trinity Nichols. Trinity Nichols, one of the two Bulldogs from Columbia Basin Community College, which we found out is located in the Tri-Cities in Washington. Oh, and Kiki Davis, wow, called for the foul. And that's the fourth personal on the Bulldogs.
And now Britt Cooper needs to tell the team, get your hands back. You can't reach.
3:26 left to play in the first quarter. And the Fire one foul away from being in the bonus situation. The floater is up and no good. That was by Mullins. And Bulldogs with the ball. Lund setting things up. Off to Kyla Momberg. Into Peterson. Takes a little 10-footer. It doesn't fall. And rebound controlled by Mullins of the Fire. Fire leads by one, 13-12. 2:55 left to play. First quarter.
And 23 is Allie Haas.
Oh, nice bit of defense by Kiki Davis, but the Fire maintained control. And there's a better piece of defense by Davis as she caused the turnover. Quickly down court, Kyla Momberg. Now she comes back out. Off to Nichols. Nichols to Davis. To Lundberg now. To Lund. I threw an extra syllable into her name. Kiki Davis has it. Off to Isabella Lund, and she goes in, gets fouled. Collects the ball. Oh, and there's a battle for it. Peterson comes up with the loose ball. One shot off the shot clock violation on the Bulldogs. So good piece of defense by the Fire. Good piece of scrappy rebounding by the Bulldogs as they kept the possession alive. We're still at 13-12, and Coleman comes back into the lineup for the Fire, guarded by Lund. And Lund is going to commit the foul. That's 5 team fouls, and checking in to the Bulldog lineup will be Kylie Oldelk, the junior from Hardin, Montana. Played at Hardin High School for a Bulldog Hall of Famer, Cindy Farmer. Played a couple of years at Dawson before transferring here.
And her uncle is, he said he was her favorite coach. He's sitting behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said, you didn't guys drive back to Hardin tonight, did you? You stayed overnight. He said, oh, yeah, we stayed here. Coleman gets 1 out of 2. The Fire lead is 2. 14-12 with 1:45 left to play. First quarter. Nichols goes in now to Lund, who's open for the 3 on the wing. Doesn't get it.
There's a push.
But a pushing foul underneath the basket. And the way Coleman is looking at the official, I think it is on her. Yep, it is. That's only her first personal and the 3rd team foul on the Fire.
They took Ariana Smuda out, the 6'3" post player.
Inbounds passed. Lund has it to Old Elk. Lund now to Davis in the corner. Davis drives in with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh.
Did they call an offensive foul or a blocking foul? A blocking foul is called. And Krebs is the culprit. Ava Belich checks into the Bulldog lineup. I asked her, I said, so when are you going to get your threes going that you're famous for? And she said, I'm working on it. Oh, Old Elk is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Am I seeing things, or does Ava Belich have 2 different tennis shoes on? I'll bet you she's got another pair just like that.
I bet you're right.
Yeah.
Oh. Old Elk misses the first one. I think that was on purpose, too. She's trying to make a fashion statement. Misses the second one. Both of them a little hard off the glass. Lund almost comes up with a steal. And here comes the Fire. They have a 2-point lead right now, trying to add to it. Coleman has it, slips a little bit, but gains her footing, gets the pass away. 3 from the wing is up and no good. Kiki Davis with the rebound for Montana Western. Nichols down across the timeline. Oh, and has it taken away. That was Maya Herman, and at the other end, Coleman right underneath it, but the offensive board with Field, and she does the putback, and with under a minute left to play, the Fire has a 4-point lead over the Bulldogs. Old Elk's 3 from the wing, high, no good. Rebound controlled by nobody. 13 seconds on the board as the Fire claimed the loose ball. 3-point from the wing is up and no good. Nichols down 1 second. She fires. Oh, hit the backboard, but it wasn't good enough. So after 1 quarter of basketball, it is Southeastern University of Florida 16 and Montana Western 12. Back with the second quarter after these messages on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take 1 course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. and Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Kyla Momberg for the Bulldogs will put the ball in play right in front of us. The pass was Momberg to Momberg. Maddie Moy goes in, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, there's that Herman girl you were talking about. And she's quickly down court setting things up for the Fire. And Isabella Lund steps into the passing lane and disrupts the traffic a little bit.
And she drives to the bucket. A defender needs to step on the baseline.
So Herman out top. Oh, and another errant pass. Just Allie Hass's pass was just a little further. Grace Field needed to be, about 7 foot tall to get that one? And here comes Herman giving Kyla Momberg a little bit of trouble. Nellie Momberg puts up the three, no good. Rebound control by the Fire. Fire quickly down court. All the way down is Coleman, and Coleman has it tipped right out of her hands by Nellie Momberg, and it goes out of bounds.
You just can't give up the baseline as easy as the Bulldogs are doing.
The Fire lead by 4, 16-12. Just underway in the second quarter. Shot is up and no good, and knocked out of bounds by a Fire player.
I think Mullins, the ball hit her. Was she standing out of bounds?
Not sure. Possession to the Bulldogs, trailing by 4. Kyla Momberg in. Another missed shot. The Bulldogs getting the shots, but none are falling. They are ice cold.
Yeah, they shot 36% in first half. Period.
And that was Mullins with another basket. The Fire with the biggest lead of the game with the 6-point lead. Make that an 8-point lead as the fast break works, and Jody Mullins scores off the coast-to-coast pass.
That three-point shot going to have a tremendous long rebound.
And it's a 10-point lead for the Fire. They have outscored the Bulldogs 8-0.
And it looks like Coach is going to bring in 5 new players.
Another missed shot by the Bulldogs. They can't make anything happen. The Bulldogs have gone frigid cold from the shooting, and the Fire have taken advantage of it and built a 10-point lead.
Don't give up the baseline. There's
Herman.
Push her out of bounds. That's a Belich.
Fouls on number 10, Ada Belich, her first, team's first.
So mass substitution. Nichols, Hagee, Peterson, Davis, and Old Elk checking in for the Bulldogs.
Now the official needs to go in and say, hey, you have to give the defender, if the defender wanted to be between those two players, you got to do it.
Offensive foul called on
Allie Haas.
Fouls on number 23, Ali.
first team foul on the Fire. The Fire are on fire. They've built a 10-point lead against the Bulldogs.
See, now you go.
And Herman just sneaks up on players that they're not ready for.
She has tremendously long arms. But,
Peterson with the 5-footer, and this one doesn't fall.
and the fast break. The Bulldogs have to get a player back.
Oh, stolen away.
And jump ball.
DeMorris had the steal, but couldn't convert at the other end.
Jump ball.
Jump ball and possession arrow pointed towards the Fire.
Just no answer here for the Bulldogs. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're saying a foul. They saying a foul?
No.
Huh.
Didn't.
Okay. Oh, great inbounds play by the Fire results in points, and the Fire now lead by 12. They've doubled up the Bulldogs. It's 24-12. And the Bulldogs have no answer to anything the Fire does. Davis puts the shot up, no good. That's like 0 for their last 8 shots.
And she's right. Yeah, she changed pivot foot.
Smoothed.
Smoother. Reach. Sorabes, that's her first.
And a couple of replacements for the Fire. Coming in is Krebs and Mullins. And for the Bulldogs coming in is Kyla Momberg. Oh. She threw that a little hard for only being a couple of feet away.
So the Fire keep switching defense. They're on the zone. They're in the zone now.
And no basket for the Bulldogs. They cannot make one. And ball is stolen away by Momberg. Here's a 3 attempt by Hagee. That is no good. And they're saying a foul on the Fire.
And they called it on Smuda. She's from Exton, Pennsylvania. Quarterback Matt Ryan.
Oh.
From Exton. Retired quarterback.
Boston College and Atlanta Falcons. Turn around and Kylie Oldelk breaks a long cold spell for the Bulldogs with a nice little move inside, and it's 24-14. And the Fire answers on the other end, and Brett Cooper wants timeout. The score, Southeastern Fire 26 and Montana Western 14. Back with more basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network. too. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. 26-14 the score. The Fire leading the Bulldogs. 5:21 left to play in the first quarter, or excuse me, in the first half, in the second quarter.
See, they're in their zone now. Get it in the middle. Oh.
Little hard off the glass, and only one shot. Here comes the Fire, laying it up and in all the way down. All by herself was Jody Mullins. And the Fire has built a 14-point lead over the Bulldogs. Hagee with the three. This is good. Peyton Hagee with the three, and it's 28-17 Fire. 4:30 left to play in the first half. And Hagee gets her third foul.
Fouls on number 11, Peyton Hagee, her third. Team second.
And it looks like Coach Cooper is keeping Hagee in and said something like, be careful.
So the Bulldogs have gone to a little bit of a zone.
Three-point shot is up high, arc, no good. And high for the rebound. Fire comes up with it. Another three attempt out there. This one is not good. And an offensive foul is called, I think, of Smuda.
This time she pushed off a little bit, but she is getting very, very good position. The Bulldogs are not blocking her out.
And the Fire doing mass substitutions. Coming in is Herman and Haas and Coleman. And who did I miss? So I missed somebody else. Okay. Hagee gives the ball off to Momberg. Momberg all the way down to Old Elk. Old Elk dribbles the ball in, and then she goes inside to Momberg. Out in the corner to Hagee. Hagee puts up and hits another three. So Peyton Hagee with back-to-back threes has cut the lead to 8, 28-20. The Fire leads. The Bulldogs went ice cold for about 3 minutes. They couldn't buy a bucket. They couldn't get a bucket given to them. Hagee's threes kind of unlocked the...
Oh, nice move. Yeah.
That was Grace Field. Put it one shot up, missed it, got her own rebound, and put it right back up, and it's back to a 10-point lead, 30-20.
And the Bulldogs didn't block out, giving up.
Kyla Momberg thinks about a three now. She's going to do the dribble, goes one-on-one against Coleman, and puts it up with a little 8-footer. And it's back to an 8-point spread led by the Fire, 30-22, 2:40 left to play in the first half. Kyla Momberg commits the foul.
Little sportsmanship, though, there. She went right to the player, helped her up. She's raised right.
Her mom's here tonight.
Oh.
2:30 left to play in the first half. The Fire with an 8-point lead over the Bulldogs. Herman to Coleman, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Maddie Moy.
6 seconds. We don't want to foul anybody.
Coleman puts up the three and hits it. Coleman hits the three, and it's an 11-point lead for the Fire. Oh, nice pass by Old Elk, but Peterson can't convert. And here comes the Fire. Here comes a three attempt that's no good, into the hands of Field, but she was fouled as she went back up by Old Elk.
Fouls on number 22, Kylie Old Elk, her first.
And that will send Field to the free throw line to shoot 2. Field is a transfer from Ave Maria University in Florida. She's a native, and she misses the first free throw. She's a native of Albany, New York.
And the Academy of Holy Name High School, that's an all-girls school.
Gets the second one, so she gets 1 out of 2. And it's a 12-point lead for the Fire, 34-22, under 2 minutes to play. Inside again to Peterson. She misses another one. Oh, 2 nice passes from Old Elk, and Peterson can't convert. 3-point basket up and no good. Rebound controlled by Momberg. Down to Hagee. Hagee double teamed, and a jump ball is called. This time the arrow is in Bulldogs' possession, and none of her teammates came around to help her.
Goes into the corner, and she's getting double teamed. She's getting double teamed almost every time she has the ball.
Nellie Momberg checks back into the Bulldog lineup.
Oh.
Stolen away and kicked out of bounds by Kyla Momberg. Bulldogs are struggling. (34-22) is the lead for the Fire as we approach the 1-minute mark of the first half. Three-point shot is up and good by Herman. And
under a minute.
And the Bulldogs need to get something going. Momberg puts up the 3. This one doesn't fall. And rebound controlled by the Fire.
I think Maddie Moy hit that ball out of bounds. Peterson had it.
So Coleman bringing the ball down. We're at the 30-second mark. Getting close to the 30-second mark. 30 seconds left in the first half. And the Bulldogs come up with the steal. Old Elk has it. Bulldogs looking for a basket, hopefully, but they get it almost stolen away. Old Elk. Oh, and there's another jump ball. This time it goes in possession of the Fire.
You need to call a foul on that. As player jumps on the player on the ground. That's a foul.
Ten seconds left in the first half. Herman goes in, puts up the 10-footer. It's no good. And at the buzzer, basket is up. Ball is up, but no basket. And after one half of basketball, it is Southeastern University of Florida 37, Montana Western 22. We'll be back with some stats and something else. I'm not sure what, but we'll be there after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
We are back here on the campus of the University of Montana Western. Here in the Stroud Gymnasium, the Southeastern University Fire have ignited their game. They lead 37-22 over the homestanding Bulldogs of Western. Grace Field leads all scorers with 13 points. Jody Mullins has 10 more for the Fire, and Maya Herman has 7. The leading rebounder for the Fire, Grace Field, she has 7, and so does Allie Haas off the bench. 5 more for Anaya Coleman. The Fire have 9 offensive rebounds. They got 7 in that second period, and most of those turned out to be very, very important because they have 11 second chance points. They have 7 turnovers, 9 personal fouls. They have 8 steals, and Grace Field has 3 of those. They are out rebounding the Bulldogs 28-15. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs is Peyton Hagee off the bench. She is 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. And then after that, everything has fallen off. Kenzie Peterson, Kyla Momberg have 4 points, and that's the rest of the scoring. Personal fouls, the Bulldogs have 9, as do the Fire, but Peyton Hagee has 3, and so she's going to have to be careful. Uncharacteristically, the Bulldogs have 10 turnovers, and the Fire are not pressing. It's just good defense down at their end of the court. 6 assists for Western. Maddie Moy and Kyla Momberg have 2 apiece. The leading rebounder for the Bulldogs, there are 3 of them, Kiki Davis, Trinity Nichols, and Kyla Momberg. They have 2 apiece. Shooting percentage, 44% for Southeastern and 29% for the Bulldogs. Nobody's really lighting it up from the 3-point line. The Fire are 27%, the Bulldogs 29%. The Bulldogs have not made a free throw. They've only shot 2, and they missed both of them. And for the Fire, they are 2 of 4, so they're shooting 50%. So with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the halftime, the Fire lead 37-22, and we will be back on the Bulldog Sports Network.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium, just about ready to start the second half of ball, and we were just visited by a Bulldog Hall of Famer, Doug Watson. Played basketball here in the early 1970s, and I'd like to imagine how many points he would have had scored if the threes would have been around, because his favorite place was either corner.
And I believe we have the same starting lineups for both teams.
And the Bulldogs trailing 37-22 as we begin the second half. And Herman comes away with another steal almost. And Moy comes to help Nellie Momberg, far side to Nichols, back to Nellie.
Yeah, they need to go to the basket.
Oh, and a nice pass from Nellie Momberg to Peterson. And 37-24 Southeastern. Southeastern with their first possession of the ball of the second half.
Oh.
Driving in, and ball, was it, must have been off a Bulldog, or did they call a foul?
No. Off the Bulldog.
Just off a Bulldog, so Southeastern will put the ball in play underneath their own basket. Herman tosses it in. Turnaround jumper is no good, but the offensive rebound is up and no good. And Peterson commits the foul. And that will send Grace Field to the free throw line. Field, the 5'10 junior from Albany, New York. And she'll be shooting 2. First shot is up and good. Nothing but net.
Challenge cadets coming in, filing in. That'll liven up the crowd.
This is the second one, and Moy comes up with the defensive rebound. Nichols crosses the timeline. Bulldogs trail by 14, 38-24. Nellie Momberg drives in, has the ball tipped out of her hands, and she is called for traveling. Good defense by Coleman. Where's Pittsford, New York? Never heard of it before.
Well, I looked it up, and I can't remember, but I do remember that Abby Wambaugh, the great soccer player, grew up there. She wasn't born there, but it's close to Rochester, I think.
Fouls on number 21, Nellie Momberg, her first.
Momberg with the foul, and to the free throw line to shoot a pair is Jody Mullins. Makes the first, she made the basket, so that bumps up the Southeastern lead, 41-24, and they have the Bulldogs number. Bulldogs just can't get anything of any consistency together. And I think that's the direct result of that stingy defense from Southeastern. And then Kyla Momberg says, nope, I'm going to make something happen.
She cupped that ball like a
fullback
going through the line.
41-26 Southeastern, 8:07 left to play for third quarter. Coleman drives in, now comes out, now back out top of the key three. That's to Jones.
No, Krebs.
And it's 44-26, 18-point lead for the Fire. And another steal. We talked about last night how Dickinson had 22 or 25 turnovers. Hopefully the Bulldogs don't try and get in those double digits.
Well, they're in there already. They had 10 in the first. And I think Dickinson ended up with 30 last night.
Wow, that's a lot. Too many mistakes. And I believe Bulldogs scored 20 points off of those turnovers.
Quite a few, yeah.
Well, right now it is all Southeastern. They can do no wrong. Playing great defense, and their offense is clicking. Free throw is no good, so it's a 19-point lead for Southeastern, 45-26. And a foul called by Herman, and Herman says, I did not.
Fouls on number 4, Meyer Herman, her second, team's first.
Second personal on Herman.
And I think Nichols kind of, she went at Herman instead of going away.
Peterson with the ball, far side to Old Elk. Old Elk to Peterson, now coming back out, back to Old Elk, 15-footer, no good. Rebound by Krebs, and here come the Fire. They're allowing the Bulldogs mostly just one shot per possession. Shot clock down to 8 seconds. Herman with the ball. She drives around one of the Mombergs, and low, she laid it up, but it didn't go out. Ball tipped out of bounds by Peterson.
1 second on the shot clock. Got to give him.
Another Bulldog foul. Peterson with her second personal foul. And ball tipped by a Bulldog, loose ball collected by Maddie Moy. And here comes Old Elk. She'll set things up. And nice pass inside to Peterson, and Peterson knocked to the floor. And no foul call, but it's Bulldogs possession. Kiki Davis checks back into the Montana Western lineup. Turnover to the Bulldogs, and stolen right back again by Kyla Momberg. Kyla Momberg's three is good. 45-29. Southeastern, 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Boy, that drought in the second quarter just really slowed the Bulldogs down.
Oh, there's a push off.
And they're calling a foul. Oh my goodness. The elbow was right out there.
Yeah, I think that's a forearm shiver.
Yeah.
And for it to happen so close.
Well, right in front of the official.
Yeah. But that's the third one on Momberg. Oh, no, just a second.
Field with the free throw. She'll get another one. Gets them both. And it's 47-29, 18-point lead by the Fire.
Nope.
Oh, behind the back pass to Davis. Davis works inside into Kyla Momberg. She doesn't make the shot, and laying out of bounds is the Fire player, and it will be Bulldog basketball.
Well, she traveled as she goes down.
And Trinity Nichols from Post Falls, Idaho will put the ball in play for the Bulldogs. Davis back to Nichols.
There goes Moy.
And Nichols in with a reverse layup that doesn't fall. And loose ball collected by the Fire. And Coleman quickly down court, fires off in the wing to a wide open Krebs, but she couldn't convert the three, and Bulldogs going the other direction. Maddie Moy open for the three, and no good. Rebound collected by Kiki Davis. Her shot is up and no good. And finally, the Fire picks up the loose ball and sets their offense up on the other end. 4:40 left to play in the third quarter. 47-29 Fire. Ball knocked out of the hands of Coleman by Moy. And Isabella Lund coming back into the lineup, and a whole bunch of Fire players coming in. Redonda coming in. Also coming in is Haas and Smuda. And timeout on the court. With timeout on the court, it's Southeastern 47, Montana Western 29. Back with more basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network.
We are champions of the character.
Beat
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. I'm Wally Felt along with Mike Miller and our producer-director Brett Wiebe bringing you Bulldog basketball. We just got the word that the Bulldog men won their game against Northwestern of Washington. They're playing in a tournament hosted by Montana Tech, and a pushing foul called on Southeastern. And then this afternoon, in a classic Frontier Conference football game, number 4 Montana Western defeated number 14 Carroll College 27-14. The Montana Western volleyball team is in Billings right now, playing Rocky Mountain College in the final regular season match. Hagee with the three. Peyton Hagee with the three, and it's 47-32. So, Mike, press, would that do anything against this Fire, or are they too quick?
I don't know. But whatever they've done so far has not worked.
Jody Mullins with the basket, and it's 49-32 Bulldogs. Kiki Davis inside, now comes outside to Hagee. Hagee to Lund. Inside to Kyla Momberg. Kyla Momberg has the ball tipped out of her hands and right into the hands of Haas. Three-point shot way out there. That was an NBA three from DeMorris. And it's 52-32, back to a 20-point spread by the Fire. Isabella Lund shot up, no good. And double teamed.
Timeout.
And timeout by the Fire. We'll keep it right here. And looking at, speaking of Frontier Conference football today, it was, as I mentioned, number 4 Montana Western, number 14 Carroll College, 27-14. Number 10 Montana Tech over MSU Northern, 54-14. Rocky Mountain College over Arizona Christian, 49-24. And number 16 Southern Oregon over Eastern Oregon, 49-21. And when you look at the standings, Montana Western and Carroll tied for first place with identical 6-1 records. Then Montana Tech and Southern Oregon are tied with 5-2 conference records. And then Eastern Oregon and College of Idaho are tied with 4 and 3 conference records. And then Arizona Christian and Rocky Mountain College tied with 1 and 6 records, and MSU Northern 0 and 7.
So if the Bulldogs win out,
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not jinxing anything. It's like kind of like the curse of the announcers.
and
But if they would win out, they would probably get it because they had beat Carroll.
they beat Carroll, and
They would share the conference title, but Montana Western would get the automatic conference
yeah.
bid.
so there's the press.
So they must have heard me.
Yep.
2:50 left to play in the third quarter. Bulldogs trail by 20. Kiki Davis with the defensive rebound. Kyla Momberg calls out the play, and here comes Herman. Old Elk inside Kiki Davis. Kiki Davis shot up, and kind of a wild one, and right back into the hands of the Fire. Long distance three again. This one is no good, and Davis with the rebound for the Bulldogs. 2:05 left to play third quarter. And a foul called, and I believe it's going to be on Allie Haas. 5'8" freshman guard from Ohio.
The McGuire sisters. You remember them? Of course,
Yeah.
They are from that area.
Three-point shot up and no good by Hagee, and a foul is, oh nope, they're going to say a jump ball, and possession arrow goes to, now that's jump ball, or the possession arrow to Southeastern, but she's over the back and everything. Should that be a foul?
Should have been a foul. Should have been a foul long before that.
And another offensive foul on the Fire. Redonda with the foul. 52-32. It's a 20-point lead for the Fire. Bulldogs need to get something going. Kyla Momberg's three is up and no good. Rebound controlled by the Fire. Nice pass, and oh, nope, rimmed around, it didn't go in. Here come the Bulldogs with 1:05 left to play in the third quarter. Kyla Momberg has it into Old Elk, and Old Elk, somebody stepped right in her passing lane, and Redonda at the other end with the layup, and it's a 22-point lead for the Fire over the Bulldogs. Bulldogs going for hopefully a basket to go into the fourth quarter with. Kiki Davis up. Kiki Davis scores 54-34. Now that was with authority and no extra dribble.
Good pass.
Ten seconds left to play third quarter. And at the buzzer, Smootha with the basket, and it's a 20-point Fire lead, 56-34 after three quarters. We'll be back with more Bulldog basketball on the Bulldog.
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you. Whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
I like the beginning, but I hate
Isabella Lund gets things going for the Bulldogs. Old Elk to Hagee. Inside to Moy to Peterson. Back to Hagee. To Lund. Inside to Moy. She works her way and now comes back out with a pass to Lund. Lund back to Moy. Moy into Peterson. And Peterson fights her way up and draws the foul. But who was in there picking up the loose ball before the foul was called was Isabella Lund. Peterson gets the first free throw.
That's the first free throw made by the Bulldogs tonight.
Wow.
They've only shot.
And
Now they've shot 4 and they've made 2 of them.
She gets them both, and full court pressure put on by the Bulldogs.
But against a man-to-man, you just clear out and let the guard go down the floor, just like that.
Just like that, and Coleman went coast to coast and laid it up and in. And it's back to a 22-point lead, 58-36. Moy into Lund, and Lund puts the layup in. Nice pass from Moy.
Terrible.
She's doing it again, only this time she passes off to Grace Field, and Field lays it up and in. 60-38 now. The Fire leads.
Oh.
And that 20-point hole the Bulldogs dug themselves in, they're finding it very, very hard to come out of it.
Yeah, they're shooting less than 30% from the field, 31% from the three-point line. And that's Hagee has had the 3.
Field with the basket. She got bumped in the nose too. And almost another steal, but this time Herman is called for the foul. But good aggressive defense by Herman.
I was going to say, yeah, are they going to take her out? No. Somebody needs to go set a pick and run number 4 into that pick. See, as she bellies up.
Kyla Momberg shot up and no good. Rebound collected by Mullins of the Fire. Quickly down all the way to Herman. Herman is tied up by Hagee. And timeout is called by Southeastern. Our score, Montana Western 38, Southeastern 62. We will be back with more basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network. Back at the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Montana. This game is wrapping up a very, very busy weekend at Montana Western as far as athletics. Thursday there was volleyball, Friday night basketball, today football and basketball. The support staff of the athletic department here are going to sleep very well tonight.
Watching Old Elk as she shoots the free throw. Her hand goes off to baskets there, and she's
Krebs with the ball, top of the key for the Fire. Now Herman. Herman out to Mullins. Mullins works her way in, back to Herman, fires a three and hits it. The Fire, I hate to use that again, but and they come up with another steal. Herman is so quick and her arm's long and she causes havoc, except Coleman travels. I'm kind of looking, she's got a kind of a questionable look on her face. I kind of agree with her, but then again, I'm not an official.
Now,
and I don't want to be an official.
Don't let her force you to one side.
Old Elk puts up the shot, and the Bulldogs are shooting is just frigid cold.
Yeah. Under 30%.
And it's going to drop even further under 30% when the final is done, unless they can get going right now, right away. Krebs with the 3-point, no good. Rebound to Lund, quickly down to Old Elk, and here come the Bulldogs. Stop, pop, and up and not in. And
excuse me.
And they're going to call it offensive foul or a foul. Trying to say, I think it's on Coleman. Yeah, I didn't see that, and she's wondering, how did I foul? And third personal foul on the Fire for the fourth quarter. Out to Hagee. Hagee to Momberg. And Isabella Lund with the basket.
Nice pass, too.
65-40. The Fire on top of the Bulldogs. 6:05 left to play.
Oh, you can't just leave her there.
I think Peyton Hagee's saying the same thing. It looks like Nellie Momberg getting set to check into the lineup. And Peyton will sit for a second or two. Mullins with the free throw. And she gets them both. Isabella Lund
got inside possession.
She doesn't play like she's 5'5". Sorry, 5'6".
Oh.
Fire just kind of playing catch. They have a big enough lead. Oh, and I'm not sure. And they call a foul on Nellie Momberg. Wow.
1 second on the shot clock.
And that will send Mullins back to the free throw line to shoot a couple. And she gets the first. 68-42 the score, and the second. 68-9-42. Was she shooting I guess she was shooting a three. And she gets all three. So it is 70-42. Ball kicked out of bounds by Herman.
She is all by herself, and she beats both of those guards. And you need to set a pick on her one time right now.
Oh, and she comes up with the steal. And she's just too quick.
And she steals the ball from the floor. She doesn't take it out of their hands. As the ball is coming up off the floor, that's when she steals it.
And it's 72-42, a 30-point lead for the Fire. They definitely are living up to their nickname. And there's another steal. And Herman down at the other end misses it. And
travel.
Yeah. Well, you saw that from over here.
And I believe that Ariana knew it because she didn't argue.
What's going on now?
Is it technical?
A technical foul has been assessed to the Southeastern bench.
Oh, missed that one. Nellie Momberg with the free throw. Oh, and misses the second one. So Bulldogs with the ball, trailing by 29. Momberg with a three from the wing, no good, but offensive putback by Isabella, also no good, and knocked off out of the hands of a Bulldog.
Maddie Moy.
Maddie Moy, was that a foul, you said?
On Isabella Lund.
4:20 left to play. And ever since from the second quarter on, it's been all Southeastern Fire. And there's another foul from Lund.
Fouls on number 23, Isabella Lund, her third, team's fourth.
Trinity Nichols back in.
Herman out front, inside to Smooth. Finally, Kiki Davis causes her a little angst, and they passes it out, gets it going again. Rebound comes up, shot goes up, rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. Almost taken away again by the Fire. Kiki Davis with the loose ball. Moy's little 5-footer is good, and it's 72-45.
She took advantage of Smuda going over to double team in the corner.
And an offensive foul is called, I believe, on Haas.
Yeah, she kind of extends.
That was on Smoothda, wasn't it?
Smuda, yeah. There it is.
Nichols puts up the three. No good. Rebound to Kiki Davis. She puts it up. No good, but she is fouled. She is not afraid to mix it up inside.
Fouls on number 23, Allie Haas, her third, team sixth.
She moves too much.
72-45 is the score as Davis misses the first free throw. And gets the second one, so it's 72-46.
And you know, she will only remember the second one.
I'd block the first one out too.
That's what you golfers do.
Yeah.
You only remember the real good shots.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I don't have that good a memory. I don't have any good shots.
Team's fifth.
So
Madrid hosted the Olympics.
Barcelona.
Barcelona. I was thinking Madrid back in 92. 96 was Atlanta.
I've forgotten 92 already. 73-46. Fire.
Oh.
Oh, three-point shot up and no good, but taken right out of Herman's hands. And Nellie Momberg's shot is up and no good, and the Bulldogs cannot buy a basket even when it's right in front of them. Struggle, struggle, struggle. They'll want to put this game and block this one out. Open for the three is Herman. No good, though, and it goes out of bounds.
Time for her to sit down.
She looks a little on the tired side.
Yeah, and she's upset with herself. She's played a great game. She should not be upset.
Martorell checks into the lineup for the Fire. Oh, and there's a steal. Three seconds is the call, and we've said it before. We don't see that very often.
Madison Vira is in, and I learned that her family has relatives here in Montana.
Did you find out where in Montana?
No, but years ago there was a Nick Vira who was a very good athlete over in the eastern part of the state.
Fouls on number 12, Trinity Nichols, her second.
How many turnovers did the Bulldogs have going into this quarter?
16.
How many?
16.
That's way too many.
Way too many. And they're putting themselves in a position where they can have the ball stolen from themselves.
Free throw is up and no good by Redonda. San Juan Bautista misses them both, and Kiki Davis with the defensive rebound. That's the first time that we've had somebody from Southeastern miss both free throws. Three-point shot is up and no good. And here come the Fire.
Think they're going to slow it down?
Yeah, I think so. We only have a minute 20 left to play.
She cupped that, put it on her hip, held it there.
Shot from the wing is good. And missed something there. What happened? What did they blow the whistle for? Bulldogs with the ball, trailing by 30, 76-46, under a minute to play. And a tie-up, possession arrow towards Southeastern. 44 seconds, or 49 seconds. Hard to see.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong clock. 49 seconds left to play. Southeastern should be content just to run the clock out with a 30-point lead. And they're not. They're scoring again. Basket is good, and she was fouled in the act of shooting, so she has a chance for the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And she completes it, and it's a 79-46 lead, 33-point lead. Oh, another turnover for the Bulldogs. 12 seconds left to play.
Now she's content.
She's just going to dribble it away. And that's the ball game. Our final, 79 for Southeastern, 46 for Montana Western. We will be back with a quick wrap-up after this message on the Bulldog Sports Network. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium, and they're having some technical difficulties with stats, so we're going to call it a game. And the final score, once again, was Southeastern of Florida, very impressive, with a 79-46 victory over the Montana Western Bulldogs. And I believe we have a game next Friday. I think so.
Mayfield?
Mayfield next Friday?
No, or is it Saturday?
Well, she's checking right now. She's in the.
She is. She's the one that keeps us on track, isn't
No
she?
kidding. What? On Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll be back. We'll be back on Friday with more Bulldog basketball. And on behalf of I'm Wally Felt, Mike Miller, and Brett Wiebe, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week for more Bulldog sports on the Bulldog Sports Network.